I saw Star Wars finally. It took me 10 days to see Star Wars after it came out.
Did you have anything spoiled for you?
No. I felt like the spoilers wouldn't be as big in this one as the last one.
It wasn't quite as clear of a thing, you know what I mean?
I had one.
What was your spoiler?
It was.
I know what happened.
Has everyone seen? It's been long.
Can we
enough.
talk?
Who here hasn't
talk about
seen it? Who hasn't seen it?
Oh,
You
that's
don't care?
Okay, then we're
Well,
gonna
cover up your ears if you want to see it. So.
Two of my friends that didn't want to spoil it for me.
Always that way.
It was like a combined spoiler where it was about a character that comes back from the old movies that's in it. That's all I'll say.
Okay.
And one of the guys is like, well, it's not what I'll say. All I'll say. One of the guys goes like, "Oh yeah, you know, Yoda's so cool in like the original trilogy," and I'm like, "Yeah, I always loved Yoda as a character." We're just having an old school Star Wars conversation, and I'm like, "Yeah, you know, we're talking about his lines. You know, oh, judge me not by my size, and oh, look this good after 300 years, you will not." And then someone
300 years,
whatever. Someone hears
Nailing these quotes.
someone else, another friend of ours, hears our conversation we're having. And then comes up and goes, "Yeah, but what about when he says," and then that guy stops him and goes, No, he hasn't seen it yet. And then I go, "Wait a minute."
Yeah, I know.
So, and I'm polite, so I don't even pretend like I catch on. I'm just like, ha ha ha, fuck, Yoda's in the new movie. It was like the two of them idiocy combined to spoil me.
That sucks.
But it wasn't that bad, like, when that happens in the movie. I was like, okay, I guess I knew that was coming, but cool.
I didn't. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't know that at all. There were rumors for a long time. There were like fake rumors that like Hayden Christensen was in it or something.
Whoa.
Oh, that would be cool.
That was a rumor for a long time, but I didn't think.
Put Jake Lloyd in it.
Life is a house.
Yeah, have Jake Lloyd show up. Hey, I just got off my shift at PacSun. What's up, everybody? Yo, Luke, I got some
That's brutal.
shades for you. But anyway, that was meaner than I expected it to be. I didn't mean for it to be.
The fate of child actors everywhere. It happens.
But anyway, no, that surprised me. I didn't know that was going to be like that. And I was like I felt super vindicated that was like a puppet. Because I felt like, you know, people always talk about how the prequels ruined this and they wrecked that. But I never hear people talk about how they wrecked Yoda. And I always felt like that was one of the biggest crimes of the prequels, is that they made him this kind of dry, joyless CG like turd. Like I just, you know, when he's in these old movies, he's like this. He's full of life. He's got this human energy behind him, and you know, he had a personality. And I was like, wow, that really got lost. So I honestly really enjoyed that they kind of carried that back, you know, like I thought that was cool. So I didn't expect that. I was surprised by that.
Yeah, I was excited to see real effects in that, like practical puppets and stuff like that, especially for that part.
Yeah.
You know, I was in the theater and like I knew I was gonna go see. I was seeing Star Wars and I was excited. But the second that the and the Star Wars comes up, I get like chills every time.
Every time, yeah.
It's like I can't believe I'm seeing this. Like I go back to like the 8-year-old me thinking like, I wonder what they'll do if they ever make more of that. What would it be? And it's like I'm here.
You're gonna get like one every year forever. So,
I waited 25 years and I'm here.
But you still kind of have that. Yeah, I still kind of have that feeling too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was especially big for me when Force Awakens came out, because I went in so cold on that movie that I was like, is this involving old character? Like, I don't even know where they're gonna start me off here. And so when it started and it said Luke Skywalker has vanished, I was like, oh yeah, oh Luke is in this, you know. So anyway, but I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like not to turn this into a Star Wars panel, sorry, but we haven't talked about it on here.
Yeah, so. People have been asking for our thoughts.
Yeah, I feel like
Star Wars.
Generally, I feel like we were kind of on the same page with this movie in terms of like. Liked the stuff I liked, didn't like the stuff I didn't like. I don't really like have a clear like it ruled thing, you know. It's like I don't know. There's like stuff I really appreciated, and I really appreciated that it circumvented a lot of my expectations. But at the same time, there's a lot I didn't care about either. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and for me personally, I was watching. I think I was telling them I was watching a video that. Why is there a bike horn in here? Oh no, that's okay. I just didn't know if it was an actual bike horn.
Get out.
It's fine. It's fine.
But I thought
We'll
the best
allow it.
summation was. I think it was a video. I watched a video with James Rolfe, and he said something like, they asked him about the new movies, and he was like, "Yeah, you know, these movies are pointless. It ended. So yeah, cool." You know, and I was like, yeah, that's pretty much my review. You know, it's like when there's more cool, like I really think there's some awesome stuff in these new ones, and so when it's awesome, awesome, and when it's not awesome, doesn't hurt me. You know, it's like I got my trilogy.
Yeah,
I'm
after
good.
I
You know,
finally
it's
saw
like,
it,
it's whatever.
I read a lot of things, and people were really pissed.
Yeah.
Like really, really mad.
Yeah.
And then I thought, like, man, I love Star Wars, and I just can't imagine getting this mad about anything. Like, it's just not. It's not worth it. Like, why are you so angry?
Yeah, there was nothing that really like rocked me so much either way.
Way of flying through space is so fucking stupid. Yeah, I didn't like that either, but whoa, it's all right. My day went on. It's okay.
It didn't like rock my world so much either way. I will say, because I'm always like stuck to my own expectations. So the first time I saw it, I was kind of like, what the hell did they do? Like everything is not at all what I, you know, kind of wanted out of this, or I didn't really know. I do have a problem with going into stuff with expectations, but once I did see it a second time, and I liked it a lot more. I liked the stuff that I liked more, but there's still stuff I didn't like. You know, one of the things I did like about Force Awakens was that there was like this kind of, see, I'm sappy. This is just me personally, but I'm a huge sap. So just stuff like Return of the Jedi doesn't have the best story of all of them necessarily, but it's my favorite because it's got all the mushy like father-son, you know, brother to sister kind of stuff, you know? And Force Awakens got me, even like just Finn like being like the stormtrooper that like doesn't want to shoot his gun. I was like, oh, look, oh, that stormtrooper, he's good. Oh, you know, it just like, I'm sappy for that kind of angsty kind of whatever. And so for his character to just kind of be like running around like fetch questing in this one, I was like, doesn't really like, I don't know, it didn't really tap into his kind of sordid past. And so I was kind of like, I don't really care about this like casino stuff, you know. So it's kind of whatever on that. But I really liked all the Kylo Ren and Rey and stuff.
The Luke stuff is like, I was over the moon for that.
Yeah,
so
the first time I wasn't.
so much.
The first time I wasn't, I was just kind of like, I don't know what they're doing with this guy. But the second time I appreciated it.
The first time I saw it, I was so just, I think, glowing from like, oh, I'm going to get to go see Star Wars again. And I saw it in the perfect setting. It was like a private screening for my girlfriend's company, rented a theater.
Serious?
Yeah, but I did have to wait like a week. Yeah. But it was in those recliner chairs and like midday, so I was wide awake. The second time I saw it, I honestly didn't have as much fun.
Really?
Yeah, it was just the stuff that was bothering me. I kind of checked out a little more, started falling asleep for a couple parts.
Yeah, you told me you saw it late at night and you fell asleep.
That's a mistake. I'm waiting for the Blu-ray because I'll always buy the Star Wars movie. Maybe not Solo, but overall, like the stuff with Luke, I was just over the moon when he's on screen. Like that for me was great.
It was just cool seeing Mark Hamill be a lead role in like the biggest movie of 2017. You know, it's like
I was so happy.
I never thought that would happen.
Just seeing the press and everything leading up to this, seeing Mark Hamill doing stuff again. Yeah. Because there was a year at the Video Game Awards where he sat behind Mega64. And he's the voice of like a ton of game characters, the Joker, like
I've had several uncomfortable moments doing Mega64, but that could be like on the top of the list. The Video Game Awards, we're in the bleacher areas, but you know, we didn't make video games, it's fine. But it's cool that we're even here. And then we look back and Mark Hamill, who was nominated, was like 3 rows behind us.
Well, I don't know if you saw the lead up to that, but and in case anybody ever, there was a point. This was probably like 10 years ago. But he made like a fuss about it online. He's like, they invite me to these award shows and then like put me in the bleachers and I don't win anything. It's like, are you trying to tell me something or like what? But anyway, I was sitting. They because we know the people at Game Trailers who were in cahoots with who made the award show. They put us front row, and as I'm just sitting there killing time, I see Luke Skywalker himself walk up, just looking for his seats, and then he goes,
way in the back.
And the whole time, he's right in front of me doing this, like I have to walk up there. And I'm just staring at him going, I'm a Jedi like my father before me. Like, like Return of the Jedi is still burned in my brain, and I'm just watching him like, oh no, you can have my seat. You can have my seat.
It really, I told him, like, do we give him our seat? And he's like, is that worse? Like, if these two, like, fucking idiots, like, you want our seats and we'll have your shitty ones? Like, that's probably worse.
Yeah.
So I wanted a picture. I wanted to say hi to him, but I was like, he's having a bad moment.
But you know who was sitting with him? And again, it's funny how times change, but James Gunn sat next to him.
Yeah.
James Gunn got there because I think he worked on Lollipop Chainsaw or something. I don't know what it was.
No, it was
But they were like, yeah, back up there, buddy. And it's just funny. That was way before Guardians of the Galaxy and all that stuff. But it was just like, James Gunn, what has he done?
It's him and Mark Hamill, and we had better seats than them. It's like, this mess.
How's
this
that
all adds
happen?
up. Yeah.
Times have changed.
Yeah.
Now we're in back.
Shit.
We're not even at the award show
But
anymore.
it'll reverse again, though. Someday we'll be bigger than Star Wars.
I agree.
Yeah.